So this story starts with a preacher, a megachurch preacher named Apollo. He gets a little pervy and now he's on the run from the FBI.
His name is Apollo. Apollo was born in the Philippines and started out as a small-time preacher, barely known outside his local area. In his 20s, he was preaching in small chapels and living a quiet religious life, until one day everything changed. According to Apollo, while he was preaching, angels appeared to him and revealed a secret that would completely alter his destiny. They told him he was not just a servant of God, but the appointed Son of God. Apollo didn't keep this to himself. He began telling people about his revelation, and instead of being rejected, he gained followers. He soon broke away to start his own church, built around the belief that he had been divinely chosen. Slowly, people began to believe him. The church grew, and donations started coming in. A major turning point came when a local politician named Rodrigo visited Apollo's church while campaigning for office. The congregation welcomed him, and Apollo quickly formed a friendship with him. Rodrigo went on to win the election, and later appointed Apollo as his spiritual advisor. With political backing and growing exposure, Apollo's church expanded rapidly. More people joined, more money flowed in, and Apollo's influence continued to grow. But the donations were never enough for him. Apollo introduced strict rules for his full-time church workers. Every morning at 6, they were sent out to solicit money from strangers and were not allowed to return until they met a required quota. Desperate to avoid sleeping on the streets, many resorted to pretending to be struggling students, disabled individuals, or people in serious need. The strategy worked, and the church made enormous amounts of money. Apollo quickly became extremely wealthy. He launched his own broadcasting network, spreading his teachings far beyond the Philippines. His church went international, gaining followers in many countries, including the United States. This expansion took his operation to a new level. His most loyal followers were sent to the U.S., where they worked full-time raising money for the church, bringing in even more profit. At the same time, Apollo's claims became more extreme. He said he could stop earthquakes and once claimed he shouted at one until it stopped. He insisted the public should thank him for it. He claimed to speak directly with God, not symbolically, but through real conversations. He also said he had been physically taken to heaven multiple times. Behind the scenes, however, something far darker was happening. Among the church workers were young women who were especially successful at raising money. Those who were attractive, obedient, and loyal could be promoted to pastoral assistants, placing them closer to Apollo. A select few were brought even closer and labeled spiritual wives. These women, and in some cases girls, were told that intimacy with Apollo was a sacred duty. Refusing him meant eternal punishment. They were isolated, financially dependent on the church, and completely controlled. At this point, Apollo was in his 70s, yet the abuse continued for years, not only in the Philippines, but also in the church's U.S. locations. By now, Apollo claimed to have over 6 million followers worldwide. He owned private jets, helicopters, and a massive church compound that included an enormous indoor arena capable of holding tens of thousands of people. His wealth and power were undeniable. Rumors eventually began to spread, but his followers refused to believe them. Many stood firmly by him. His longtime friend Rodrigo, now the president of the Philippines, provided political protection, and accusations against Apollo were buried. For years, he appeared untouchable. That changed when former church members in the United States came forward and reported him to the FBI. A federal investigation began, and when Apollo learned about it, he fled the U.S. and returned to the Philippines, hiding within his church compound under political protection. Eventually, Rodrigo's presidency ended, and a new administration took power. Without political backing, the accusations resurfaced. In the U.S., the FBI arrested members of Apollo's inner circle and officially named him as a wanted man, charging him with fraud, trafficking, and abuse. Apollo responded by publicly claiming it was all a conspiracy. During the COVID pandemic, he even delivered a sermon saying the pandemic would end if authorities stopped investigating him. Despite his claims, more women in the Philippines came forward with accusations. Warrants were issued, properties were raided, and Apollo disappeared. For weeks, no one knew where he was. Then, unexpectedly, Apollo turned himself in. He was arrested, and his mugshot quickly spread around the world. As of now, he has not gone to trial, and the case is still unfolding. Some of his followers continue to believe in him, while others feel betrayed. The final chapter of this story has yet to be written, but it stands as a reminder that some of the most dangerous figures in society don't hide in the shadows. Sometimes they hide in plain sight, behind a pulpit. If you enjoy uncovering the truth behind stories like this, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one.